Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. In this video, we will try to see the practical implementation of this login shell and the non-login shell. The difference between we'll try to see about the interactive and non-interacting shell, how the configuration files work, whether you are using the bash or G shell. So I will try to show you in this video so that you can able to understand what are the configuration files that will be loaded whenever you are trying to open the bash shell or the G shell. So let's start with the basics. Shell can be categorized as login and non-login and interactive or non-interactive. A login shell is one you get when you log in into your system. So now I have logged into your system, logged into the system, right? So when I open the shell terminal, it will be giving you the login shell. So if I try to open the terminal here, so here Leela as my name, I am able to get it, right? This is the login shell, okay? And also an interactive shell, this one. An interactive shell is the one where you can type the commands and get immediate feedback. So here if I try to type the commands, so I'm able to get the feedback immediately. So that means this is a login shell and also the what I mean to say is interactive shell. Okay. So now here if I try to if I try to open it like this, now this one is a not login shell. Okay, this one is a not login shell. If I try to if I want to log in with the login shell means, so I will try to show you these all the things. So let's try to exit it. So now fine. So now when a shell is both login and interactive, so now this one is the shell, which is what is the shell it is loading by default, depending on your system. So the login shell, I am using the macOS, so that's why the by default it will be loading is the G shell. So fine, G shell and the bash is one and the same only, so it's no need to worry. So now when a shell is both login and interactive, it runs specific configuration files before starting. So whenever a terminal starts, it will run a configuration file before starting. For example, in bash, it will run bash_profile or .profile. And in the G shell, it runs .z profile and zshrc file. Okay. So these files set up your environment like aliases and paths. On the other hand, a non-login and non-interactive shell like one running a script doesn't load these configuration files. That's why commands like ll or commonly as like ls-l might not work in a script unless explicitly sourced. So fine, let me show you an example. I am using the G shell, right? So my configuration file will be zshrc file. If I open it in editor, you will see so here you'll be able to see it. So now here where these all the files will be present, so this file only runs for the zshrc file will run only for the interactive shells. So if I run non-interactive shell, so executing a script won't be available. So that is the main thing. For bash users, you will typically deal with the bash_profile or profile for login shells and bashrc file for non-login interactive shell. The key is to check which shell you are using. We can say check it with echo $shell. So and then locate the right configuration file. So fine. So where these configuration files will be available? So it will be available in your home page. So here I can go to your home page. And here if I try to show you the commands, so here let me clear it off, ls-a. If you try to see here, we are able to see the bash_profile, okay, and you are able to see the bashrc file. And for this one, you will be able to see the z profile and zshrc file. So for the zshrc, so for G shell, so these two are important, and for the bash shell, bash profile and bashrc file are important. So that is the main thing. So let's try to open this bashrc file. Okay, I will try to open this one bashrc file. So I am opening it in the Visual Studio Code. So I have opened this one in the Visual Studio Code. So here I am not having anything. So as this one, so it's an empty file. Okay, let's add a simple modification to see how these files work. So I am on. So let's try to run echo running bash rc file. Okay, so I will be running it like this. So now let's go to the terminal. Okay, so now let's open the bash. If I open the bash, you'll be able to see here running bash rc file. So that means the bash rc file will be run directly. So if I try to open it with an login shell, so /bin/bash-l, if you try to use the -l, so then also it is running bash rc file. So this one is a login shell. So why? Because you're able to see Leela's Mac mini, the login we are able to see it. So if I try to only the bash means you will be able to see this is the non-login shell. Fine. So now this is all clear. So now let's do the same thing for the profile also. So let's try to open this profile. So I will be exiting this one. I will be exiting this one also. So here we are having the bash, right? So let's I will exit this one also. So now here I am in the G shell again. So now let's open our ls-a. So here we are having the bash underscore profile. Let's try to open the code space bash underscore profile. So I have opened this one. So here this profile is loading the bashrc file. So normally bashrc for interactive login shells. So now here at the top you can write echo running bash profile. This is the bash profile. So just I am echoing this one. So bash rc echo running bash rc file, and this one is bash profile. So let's go to our terminal. Here this is our terminal, right? Let's clear it up. So if I try to open the bash, so only the bash rc file is running. Why? Because this is a non-login interactive shell. So if I try to exit here, I will do /bin/bash -l. So now here you'll be able to see the running bash profile. Then afterwards it is running the bash rc file. Okay, so now it is running the bash rc file and also the bash profile and also the bash rc file. So this is the thing. So now, so whenever you try to open in the Linux, you will be able to see that the terminals will be opening in the non-login shell. I don't know exactly. So they only run bash rc file. So you will see the running bash rc file but not running profile. So if you log in with the login shell means, then both profile and the bash rc file will be executed. So that is the main thing. So now fine. So what about this one? So what about this G shell? So let's try to exit this one also. So I will exit this one also. So everything is completed. The terminal is closed. So let's try to open the terminal. Before opening that, I will open the terminal. Fine. Let me open ls-a. Oh sorry, ls-a. We are having the zshrc file. Okay, let's open this zshrc file. Code zshrc file. So if you open here, so you will be able to see the node versions which I was using the past node manager. So you can, if you are using node version manager means okay, fine, nvm. So I am using the fnm. So here I will be using the running zshrc file. Okay, and now if I go to the terminal, and here if I try to use G shell, okay, running G shell rc file, you will be able to see it. So you will be able to see, exit again, you are able to see. So G shell, if I try to use it, see it is running the G shell rc file. So if I want to, so this one is logged in shell, right? So for login shell, there is another file which it will be opened. That is nothing but here is this one, login shell. So let's go to our code space z profile. So this is the thing. So if I try to open here, so you can write running z profile. Now if I try to go to our thing, and if I run again G shell, so here G shell, okay, so /bin/G shell, I don't know. So let's try to see it. -l. See, when I logged in here, you'll be able to see running G profile and also running zshrc file. So if you are trying to log in, so then it will run it like this. So this is all about the bash and also the G shell thing. Okay, so let's now we have a script, right? So let's have the script file. So let's see that, oh sorry, playground.js file. So here we are having the spawn, echo and all those things, right? So let's try to run this one. So this for example, let's say that here I will try to use the exec. Okay, exec, and here I can use the exec command. So here I will use echo running the exec script. Okay, and here you will be having the error standard out and also the standard error. So here you will be having error standard out and also the standard error. So here I can do console.log standard out dot read it. So fine, dot to string, if you want you can keep dot to string also. So fine. So now let's try to run this both things. So how it will run, let's try to see. So here we are in the code cd node.js cd Unix we are having, right? So I will run the node playground.js file. So if you try to run this playground.js file, So here you will be able to see. So if I am running this node playground.js file, we are able to see the path, and also we are able to see the so running the exec script also we are able to see. So as I told you that exec script will run the coding in a shell environment, but here the zshrc profile or anything is not loading. So why? Because so this exec command will run in a non-login, non-interactive shell. So that's why the configuration files which we have mentioned, like zshrc file or jet profile, these all the files will not be loaded. So this is why when you type the aliases or something like that, so it will not load. So if you try to check here in our code, in our thing, so here, oh sorry, ls-a cd, we will go to here, ls-a. So here you will be able to see another type of files like zshrc. So when you click on, when you going on doing the up arrow, down arrow, you will be able to see the commands, right? So those commands and all those things, it will be saved in this history file. And also in the same scenario, you will also have the history for the bash also. So that's it guys about this one. So hope you understood about this concept. So that is the thing. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.